Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator, Stan Bertolo from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Today is September 5th, 2025. Here is what we are covering. Artificial intelligence, AI, is making waves in the New York Fed's district, finding its way into more businesses, from services to manufacturing. Surprisingly, this uptick in AI hasn't yet hit the job market hard. Last year, a mere 25% of services firms and 16% of manufacturers were dabbling in AI. Fast forward a year, those numbers have jumped to 40% and 26%, respectively. But here's the kicker. Layoffs due to AI? Hardly any. Most workers are facing retraining rather than the unemployment line. Yet, don't get too comfy. The New York Fed throws in a curveball, warning of potential job cuts and dialed back hiring as AI becomes more woven into business operations. It's a heads up that the current calm might not last, especially with nearly half of service firms and a third of manufacturers planning to embrace AI soon. Now, speaking of AI, OpenAI is stepping into the job market with the launch of its AI-powered hiring platform, aiming to rival LinkedIn by mid-2026. The platform, dubbed OpenAI Jobs Platform, seeks to revolutionize how businesses and employees connect, promising to find ideal matches through AI technology. Unlike its primary consumer product, ChatGPT, OpenAI is expanding its reach, with plans to include various applications such as a browser and a social media app under the leadership of Fidji Simo, CEO of Applications. This move places OpenAI in direct competition with LinkedIn, interestingly co-founded by one of OpenAI's early investors, Reid Hoffman, and owned by Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest supporter. Amidst integrating AI across its services, LinkedIn has also aimed to enhance job matching capabilities. Additionally, OpenAI is launching certification programs through OpenAI Academy to bolster AI fluency, targeting 10 million Americans by 2030, in collaboration with giants like Walmart. This initiative aligns with OpenAI's commitment to mitigating AI's disruptive impact on jobs by equipping the workforce with necessary skills. From technology to batteries, researchers at Pusan National University have made a significant breakthrough in lithium-ion battery technology, introducing a method that allows for safer and more durable high-nickel cathodes. The new technique provides precise control over the cathode's composition, slope, and curvature, addressing the drawbacks of high-nickel cathodes, such as reduced stability and mechanical integrity. This advancement promises to improve the performance and safety of lithium-ion batteries, crucial for powering electric vehicles and supporting renewable energy sources. The innovation involves a novel mathematical framework that enables the independent adjustment of key parameters, overcoming limitations of existing fabrication methods. This development could lead to batteries with longer lifespans and higher energy density, published in ACS Energy Letters. Switching to societal impacts, in an era where the digital world is increasingly encroaching on the tangible aspects of everyday life, Massachusetts Congressman Jake Auchincloss raises concerns over the impact of digital dopamine. Highlighting the brain's reward system, particularly the nucleus accumbens, Auchincloss points out how corporations exploit this mechanism through social media, online gambling, and other digital platforms to hook users into a cycle of instant gratification. This phenomenon, he argues, is creating a divide in society, favoring virtual experiences over real-life interactions and meaningful connections. Auchincloss, a father of three and a member of the committee overseeing technology and commerce, voices his unease about the future, especially with the looming advancements in artificial intelligence. He draws attention to the aggressive investments by tech giants in infrastructure to fuel AI, foreseeing a future where technology becomes even more addictive. The congressman is particularly concerned about the vulnerability of adolescents, citing their underdeveloped prefrontal cortex and the heightened sensitivity of their reward system that makes them prime targets for digital exploitation. Through his observations, Auchincloss calls for a reevaluation of America's legal and market structures that currently favor digital realms over material reality. He underscores the urgency of addressing this imbalance to preserve the essence of real-life experiences and connections for future generations. On a global scale, in a startling revelation, officials have disclosed that a Chinese cyber attack, dubbed Salt Typhoon, has potentially compromised the data of nearly every American, marking China's most audacious cyber operation to date. The years-long assault, which also targeted over 80 countries, infiltrated major telecommunications networks among other critical sectors. Experts believe this widespread campaign showcases China's cyber capabilities as now on par with those of the United States and its allies. The attack's vast scope has alarmed global security officials, who warn that the stolen data could enable Chinese intelligence to monitor and exploit global communication networks, affecting politicians, spies, and activists worldwide. The joint statement from countries including the UK, Canada, and Germany, among others, criticizes the attack's unrestrained nature, highlighting the growing concern over China's expanding cyber espionage activities. And finally, to SEO challenges, Google's search relations team recently highlighted an issue where generic login pages could be harming website SEO performance. This problem arises when various URLs redirect users to identical login screens, causing Google to view them as duplicate content and prioritize indexing the login page over other content. This could lead to a scenario where a brand's login page ranks higher in search results than its actual informative content. To combat this, Google suggests using no-index directives for private pages or redirecting to a dedicated login or marketing page, rather than relying on robots.txt, which could still allow these URLs to appear in search results without content snippets. Additionally, for content behind a login or paywall that owners wish to have indexed, Google recommends using paywall-structured data, clarifying that this approach is not limited to paid content but applies to any content with restricted access. Thanks for listening to this episode.
Thank you for tuning in to AI and Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.